I bet you can't watch this video till the end. Most people quit halfway, but if you're serious about improving your English, prove me wrong. Watch the full video, learn how to ask for directions and introduce yourself like a pro, and then take on the challenge. 1. Comment "I'm ready" after starting. 2. Once you finish, reply to your own comment with "Yes, I can." Let's see how many of you can actually do it. Are you up for the challenge? Let's go. Hello everyone, and welcome back to day 12 of our Learn English with Real Life Conversations series. I'm Zero, and as always, I'm joined by my co-host, Emma. How's it going today, Emma?
Hey, Zero! I'm doing great! I'm really excited for today's lesson because we're diving into some very useful real-life conversations that we all encounter when we're out and about, asking for directions and meeting new people. These are essential skills, and I'm sure you'll get a lot out of them.
Exactly. These are things that will come up daily, whether you're traveling, working, or just socializing in your hometown. Mastering these types of conversations will help you feel more confident speaking English in everyday life. And if you've been following along, you know that each day we make learning practical and fun.
That's right. And before we jump into the scenarios for today, let's quickly recap what we've covered in the previous lessons. You've already learned how to introduce yourself, ask about personal details, and talk about hobbies, jobs, and places. Today's lesson will build on that foundation by helping you with asking for directions and introducing yourself in new social situations.
Perfect. So, here's the plan for today. First, we'll focus on asking for directions, whether it's for a restaurant, a tourist spot, or how to get around on public transport. After that, we'll move on to meeting new people, a conversation that's vital in every social setting. We'll give you examples, explain the phrases and vocabulary, and provide plenty of practice exercises.
Sounds amazing. Let's get started.
Okay, let's kick things off with something we've all had to do at some point, asking for directions. So Emma, imagine you're visiting a new city and you're feeling a little bit lost. Maybe you want to find a restaurant to grab lunch. What's the first thing you would do?
Well, I'd probably approach someone and say, "Excuse me, could you help me? I'm looking for a good restaurant around here." Nice and polite. Then I'd wait for the response.
That's perfect. That's exactly how you want to start the conversation, by being polite, approachable, and clear about what you need. Let's say the local responds with, "Sure. There's a great restaurant just around the corner. Go straight, take a left, and it'll be on your right."
Nice. The response is clear and simple. Notice how the speaker gives clear steps. Go straight, followed by take a left, and ending with a clear location. It'll be on your right. These are phrases you can use when asking for directions to any place.
Exactly. The key is to be as clear and concise as possible when giving directions. No one wants to be overwhelmed with too much information at once. Let's practice. So let me ask you, excuse me, can you tell me where the nearest pharmacy is?
Sure. To get to the pharmacy, just walk straight down this street for 2 blocks, then turn left at the traffic lights. It'll be on your left, right next to the post office.
That was perfect. You kept it simple, and you used clear landmarks like next to the post office to help me know exactly where to go. This is a great strategy when giving directions. Let's switch things up a bit and try another scenario.
Okay, now let's make it a little more complicated. Let's say I'm at a train station, and I want to catch the train to the airport. What's your advice, Zero?
First, I'd start by asking, excuse me, could you tell me which platform the train to the airport is on?
Then I might say, yes, the train to the airport leaves from platform 4. It's the last train of the day, so make sure you don't miss it.
That's a great response. You provided not just the platform number, but also useful details like it's the last train of the day. That's exactly the kind of extra info people need.
And don't forget to add something helpful, like the schedule or any changes. For example, the next train leaves in 15 minutes, and it should be on time.
Nice. If someone's nervous about missing their train, letting them know about the timing or possible delays can help ease their mind. Now let's do a fun practice round. I'll be the tourist, and you give me the directions. Ready?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Excuse me. I need to find the nearest library. Can you help me?
Sure. Walk down this street, take the second right, and then go straight for about 5 minutes. The library will be on your left, right across from the coffee shop.
That was perfect. You kept the directions simple, used landmarks, and even gave me a good walking estimate. Great job.
Thanks. And remember, when giving directions, always make sure the person knows exactly where they need to go. Use landmarks, street names, and give them a sense of the time it'll take.
Now, let's dive into variations of asking for directions in different contexts. For example, if you're asking someone for help in a foreign country, the directions might be a little different.
Right. And sometimes people may not speak English very well, so it's important to stay patient and clear. You could always use phrases like, "Sorry, could you say that again?" Or, "Do you know where the nearest hospital is?"
Exactly. In some places, people might give directions based on landmarks that are unfamiliar to you. So you may need to clarify by saying something like, "Is that close to the big shopping mall?" Or, "Is it near the park?"
Also, don't be afraid to ask for clarification if you don't fully understand the directions. Something like, "I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. Could you repeat it a bit slower?"
Great tips. Let's do a practice round where we throw in some cultural nuances. I'll be the tourist in a new country, and you can be the local. Ready?
Sure, you can go straight, turn left at the roundabout, and the restaurant is next to the park. It's a popular place for tourists.
Excuse me? Could you help me find a good restaurant nearby? That was great. You gave me clear directions and even mentioned that it's a popular place for tourists. Nice touch.
Thanks. Sometimes mentioning things like popular for tourists or giving context really helps people understand what to expect.
Now let's talk about something we all face at one point or another. Meeting new people. Whether you're at a party, in a new class, or even just hanging out at a cafe, knowing how to introduce yourself and ask simple questions is essential. Emma, what would you say if you met someone new at a party?
First, I'd introduce myself and say, "Hi, I'm Emma. What's your name?" It's simple, and it helps to break the ice. You don't want to overcomplicate things at first.
Exactly. Keep it simple. After introductions, I might say, "Nice to meet you. How do you know the host?" This is a great follow-up question that helps get the conversation going.
For sure. If the person says, "Oh, we went to school together," you could follow up with, "Oh, that's awesome. What did you study?"
Great. The trick here is to keep it light and show interest in their answers. People love talking about themselves, so asking open-ended questions really helps keep the conversation flowing.
Okay, now let's say we're at a social gathering like a party. The conversation might go something like this. "So, what do you like to do in your free time?"
And I could say, "I love hiking and photography. What about you?"
Nice. Now we've found something in common. You could also ask, "Do you have any favorite places to travel to?"
Exactly. Asking about hobbies, travel experiences, and things like that makes it easier to build rapport and find common ground.
Let's talk about more formal situations, like meeting new people at work or networking events. In these cases, you still want to keep things friendly, but you might talk more about your professional background.
Right. You could say, "Hi, I'm Zero. I work in marketing. What do you do?" And once they tell you, you can ask, "How long have you been working in that field?"
And if they're in a similar field, you can go deeper by asking, "What projects are you working on right now?"
All right, that wraps up today's lesson. We've covered a lot. We've practiced asking for directions in different scenarios, and we've also talked about how to meet new people in both casual and professional settings.
Yes, we did. And remember, whether it's asking for directions or chatting with new people, it's all about being friendly, clear, and genuine. Don't worry about making mistakes. The more you practice, the easier it becomes.
Exactly. And as always, we encourage you to practice as much as possible in real-life situations. Use these phrases and concepts the next time you're out and about.
That's right. Keep learning, stay confident, and remember, it's all about enjoying the process.
Thanks so much for joining us on day 12. We can't wait to see you on day 13. Have a great day, everyone.
See you next time. Keep practicing and don't forget to have fun with it.